So ever since 2020, we have been so divided as a people, trying to seek connection. And this is what Satan has used in order to continue to divide and conquer us as a people under the Most High God, Yahuwah. The more separated that you are, the further you are away from your covering, your spiritual covering, it makes you so much easier to be attacked. It makes you so much easier to be manipulated. And that's why it's so important for, for a lot of us, we've gotten out of the church because of Christianity destroying and realizing that it's a lot of things that actually don't align with scripture being taught. But that doesn't mean we're still not supposed to be able to be together. We're supposed to still be able to congregate and come together. And inside of it, having headship over one another, keeping us being able to have iron being sharpened as iron as men. Because if we are meant to be the leads of our homes, and we are meant to be the heads of our homes, the heads of our wives, then it makes you realize that regardless of how spiritual you are, how prophetic you may be, you still need to have groundedness over top of you outside of Yahuwah. You need to have a person, someone else who is in the spirit. Even when translations were being done when speaking in tongues, you needed to have multiple prophets and a translator present. So it lets you know that there is a need for a multitude, and we all each have gifts as well too, to add into that multitude of gifts that are needed for the kingdom. So as I'm saying that, there are many people who will run away from being together, and that makes them go astray. That makes them feel disconnected. That makes them feel like they're not a part of anything. That when you are a part of the kingdom of the Most High, and that's where you're supposed to be at. So inside of all this, understand you need to have some form of congregation that you are a part of, where you can participate, not just one spewing off in a live and things like that, where you can't really respond and be able to talk with people, being able to meet people, but things like that, where it actually is a conversation. And that's where inside of it, I did make a Discord. This is for only the unmarried people, unfortunately, but it's for people to be able to come together and to not just be able to learn and to spread the gospel and to be able to teach one another inside of it, but it's also to help us be able to come together so that you can have an opportunity and space to ask questions. In order to also be able to come together, you may find also your wife, your husband, things of that nature inside of it, because we're all coming together underneath the Most High. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, being in person, of course, would be the best option, but that's not the most convenient when the word is so hard to actually come together to find, as far as like churches. You got many camps and stuff like that, but even inside of my area, for example, like we don't have that. We don't have like any of that. So us being able to come together, being able to plan different things, to be able to come together in person, things of that nature is a beautiful thing. So if that is something that you are interested inside of, just shoot me a DM. You can look at on my pin profile. You see one of the videos regarding this, and it's just kind of a way for us to be able to come together, even though we're so separated, because we are a remnant. And now when I say this is not for all nations. This is not for all nations. Now, if you are actually in the spirit and you are understanding of us as a people of Israel, if you are within it and truly bringing in the Most High underneath you and acceptance and his children, then sure, you are welcome. But if not, it is a very difficult process inside of it. Just so it is known, every Shabbat, every Friday night, we gather and we have a congregation. We meet together, have a nice Shabbat dinner through our video cams, and then we go over studies, any questions, any topics we had thought about throughout the week. We bring those together, and then we go over a lesson, and then pretty much we either continue on to that, different conversations, just being able to decompress together, and then either watching a movie together, being able to dissect that, whatever we got going on, or then doing little different kind of things we do. It's various things, but yeah.